Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Murdoku and today we're going to play the zoo. So this is an expert level. So I'm expecting that we'll be here for a while. So we have two general clues. The first one says everyone from Ivan to Vlad was a zookeeper. Everyone else was a visitor. Only zookeepers could be in habitats. Each habitat had at least one zookeeper in it. Okay, so we have 16 people here, including the victim. So from Ivan to Vlad, okay, Ivan to Vlad, so that's 8 people. Okay, so 8 people are zookeepers, so they are the only ones that can be in habitats, and the rest from Alfred to Henry, they are visitors. Okay, let's check how many habitats we have. Okay, so the habitats are the areas with animals. It seems like we have six habitats. Okay, so since our victim is a zookeeper, one of the habitats will have the victim and the killer. And it says here that each habitat had at least one zookeeper in it. So that means two habitats will have 2 people each. One of them will have the victim and the killer, and then the other 4 habitats will have one person each, correct? And then the rest, they are in the other areas that are not habitats. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. So, starting with Alfred, he was he was exactly 1 row north of Ivan. Okay, well, we don't know where Ivan is yet. So we'll come back to Alfred later. Next we have Barry. He was in concessions alone with a visitor. Okay. Concessions. Okay, here's the concessions. So Barry is alone with another visitor in this area. Okay, so there's another person here. Okay, so Carolyn. She was exactly 1 row north of Deborah. Okay, we'll come back to her later as well. Deborah. Okay, here's Deborah. She was in the main area. Okay. Okay, well, the main area, it's vast. There's a lot of possible places, so we cannot pencil mark that. Okay, so we'll go back to Deborah and Carolyn later. Yep. So their rows are next to each other. Carolyn is north of Deborah. Okay. Next we have Eloise. Eloise, she was beside a table. She was not sitting. Okay. Beside a table but not sitting. Correct? Beside the table? Okay. Where are the tables? Okay, this is a table. She could be here. Okay, she could be here, but she cannot be here because she's not sitting. Where else? She could also be here. Beside a table. Or here, she could be here also. But anywhere else here has a chair, so in this spot also both sides have chairs, so okay. Next we have Flavia. She was beside a chair. Okay, so this time she was beside a chair. Okay, we will pencil mark that. Okay, oh, not there. Okay, there. Beside a chair. Okay, so she can also be here or here beside the chair. She could be here. She could also be here. Okay, is that all? Okay, I think that's all. All right. Now we have Gordon. He was sitting in a chair. He was alone. Okay, he was alone. Okay, we need to think about this. So in the main area, we already know that Deborah will be in the main area. So he cannot be here. Deck. He can be in the deck if Flavia is not here. He could be alone here. Where else? Okay, he cannot be in the concessions because Barry was alone with another person here, right? And Gordon is alone. But Gordon can be here in the entrance, right? Or here. So two chairs. If he is alone here, like if Eloise is not here. Okay? Okay, so two possible areas where Gordon can be alone, either the deck or the entrance. Okay, moving on to Henry. Oh, Henry was also alone. Henry was also alone. Okay, so then again, a person cannot be alone in the main area or the concessions. Okay, so it's just either the deck or the entrance. Okay, so Gordon and Henry will be occupying the deck and the entrance each. We just don't know exactly where they are. We don't know if Gordon is on the deck or if Henry is on the deck. Same with the entrance. Okay, so I think we should remove Flavia from there and we can remove Eloise from here. Because those are the only two possible areas that they can be alone because they are visitors. They cannot be inhabitants. Okay, I'm going to pencil mark that because I don't want to forget it. He was alone. It did not say he cannot sit on a chair. So he could be sitting. Okay. He could be here also. Gordon was sitting in a chair. Okay. Yep, correct. Okay, with that said, let's look at this before we move on to the zookeepers. So starting with Ivan. Those are going to be zookeepers. Okay. So Barry will be alone with another person here, and someone, either Henry or Gordon, will occupy the entrance. And that's three columns, which is exactly what we have in the entrance and the concessions. So that means these three columns at the top in the bear habitat are cancelled. So I think we can mark that. Right? Did we mark everything? Okay. Yep, so no one can be there because these three columns are going to be occupied for sure. Okay. Okay. All right, so moving on to Ivan. He was beside an animal. Okay, so I'm going to pencil mark that. Beside an animal, and the crocodile, or beside the shark. Okay, several areas for Ivan. Okay, the elephant's occupying a lot of space by itself beside an animal. Okay, is that it? I think that's it. Okay, now we have Jim. He was not in water, but he was beside water. Okay, he was not beside water. I mean, he was not in the water, but he's beside water. Okay, okay. One possible area there. He could also be here or here. Oops. Yeah. No. This is all water. The shark habitat. And no area here. Okay. Okay. Next we have Mar Kaden. She was alone with Mara. Okay, Kaden was alone with Mara. Okay, well, we don't know where Mara is, so we're not gonna pencil mark that yet. Okay, but she was alone with Mara. So they are the ones who will occupy one habitat with the two of them. Okay, okay, good. Okay, that's good. And then there's another habitat with the killer and the victim. And then the rest are alone. Okay, okay. Langston, he was in water. He was not beside an animal. Okay, he was in the water, but he was not beside an animal. Okay, he cannot be here. He can be here, right? Okay, that's not beside an animal. Okay, he can be here or here or here. Okay, he can be here, here. Nope, that's beside the shark. Okay, just that? Right. Okay, okay. Just like six possible places for him. And then now we have Mara. She was in the second column. Okay, she was in the second column. Okay, let's erase everyone from the second column because Mara will be occupying that. Okay, so she can only be in the habitat. She cannot be here because this is the main area. Okay, we're going to cross out these areas because, yeah. Okay, well, Mara is alone with, she was alone with Kaden. Okay, so wherever she is among these three areas, Kaden will be there also. Okay. Next we have Nancy. She was beside a tree. Okay. She cannot be here. Okay, well then she can be here. This is a tree, right? Okay, yes. This is a bush. Shrub. Shrub. Yeah, and she cannot be beside this tree. Okay, well. Okay, so I think Nancy will occupy the crocodile habitat, right? Right. Because we've already deduced that one area will have, okay, one area will have the killer and the victim, and another area will have Caden and Mara. And the rest of the zookeepers will be alone in the other four areas, four habitats. Okay, well, if that is the case, I think we should remove the other people here because Nancy will be occupying the crocodile habitat. So let me erase everyone else here. Jay cannot be here anymore. Oop. And then we can cross this out because this is the second column. And Mara will be occupying that. Okay, why did I put, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a tree. Okay. Yep. Yep. Is that correct? Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. So, yeah. So Nancy will occupy the crocodile habitat. Okay, but still, we don't know who the killer is. So the victim might be with Nancy in here, right? But no other zookeepers can be here aside from the victim if Nancy is the killer. Okay, so moving on. Okay, wait, before we move on. Oh, wait. Did we just No, there are still two other spots for L in here. I thought we already confirmed L here at the top. Well, but anyway, I think J. Okay, there's only two spots left for Jim here. Okay, so I think we can cross out of these, the rest of this um tiles because Jim will be occupying this column because those are the only two spots left for him. Let's remove Ivan from there. Okay. Okay, next we have Oliver. He was beside a boulder. Okay. So Oliver could be here. Here, here, beside a boulder. Okay, Oliver cannot be here because Nancy is there. Well, he could be here, here, or here, beside this boulder. Or he can be here, beside this one boulder. Okay, is that everything? Okay, I think that's everything. Okay, and then we have the victim, Vlad. He was alone with the murderer. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now let's look at the people. Who are the people that are limited? Okay. So Mara can either be in the lion habitat or the shark habitat. Okay. Okay, what are the possibilities? Okay, so in the bear habitat, there are only two possible people here, either Ivan or Oliver. Hmm, okay. Okay, well if we put Jim here in the penguin habitat, it will force L in in the first column here, right? And then everyone else here will be gone. Okay, wait, that's not possible. Because if J is here in the penguin habitat, L L will be forced here in the shark habitat. Um, and we already know that J and L, um, they are one of the zookeepers that will be alone in their habitats. So if L is here and J is here, O cannot be here anymore, and O cannot be in the penguin habitat anymore. And if J will occupy this row, then this spot here beside this boulder will be canceled as well. So there will be no place for Oliver to be. So I think J is here in the elephant habitat, right? Yes, I'm going to confirm him here because it's not possible for J to be here. Okay, so J is here. Okay. Now, who else? What if O is here? If O is here, oh wait. Oh yeah, yeah. If O is here, um okay, well that means I cannot be here anymore, by the way. So let's go ahead and remove him from here because J already occupies that. The only other person that can be with J here is the victim, just like with Nancy here. Okay, so okay, let's look at the clues again. Kaden, she was with Mara. If Mara and Kaden are in the shark habitat, then L will be forced here and O will be forced here. Okay, that kind of works. Well, that means I needs to be here. If L is here and O is here, there are still some areas here for I to be. Okay? Good. Now, if M is here and K is here, then L could still be here or O, whichever. Okay, so how many are left? So we have Ivan. Actually, I only placed one. Why am I counting? I only just placed one. Okay. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. So Nancy is actually occupying this column. I just noticed. So we can cross out the rest. Well, the this trick always helps. So um oops, okay. Okay, we can cross that out because Nancy will be occupying that column. Okay, now we're left with okay, so what else do we have? What are the other clues that we have? So if O is here, L could be here. And that works, actually. But that's just a guess. um, okay, M. Okay, if M will be occupying this column, N will be occupying this column. Um, someone with, yeah, I really need to get the people here in this two figured out. Um, okay, wait a minute. I'm just noticing that we only have one spot left for E. Is this correct? E. Where's E? Eloise. She was beside the table and she was not sitting. She was beside a table and she's not sitting. Yeah, this is the only space left that's beside the table where she's not sitting. So I think Eloise is here and she's the one with Barry. Yeah, eh, um because Eloise cannot be in the entrance because either Gordon or Henry will occupy this. Okay, I think we can confirm Eloise here. Okay, Eloise is there. Okay, well, it confirmed Barry's place here in this chair. Okay, well, this is good. Okay, so Barry's in that chair. Okay, there's one space left. Oh, okay, wait. I think Henry is here because Gordon is sitting in a chair and the chairs in the entrance are already canceled. So I think Gordon is here alone in the deck and Henry is here. Okay, great. Okay, perfect. Okay, that forced Langston here in the penguin habitat because it canceled out the first column because of Gordon. Okay, I'm glad we moved to the visitors. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to confirm Langston here. Well, that means Oliver is in the bear habitat. Okay, great. And Nancy is also confirmed here beside this tree. Okay, perfect. That's good. Okay, we've placed a lot of people after finding Eloise is here. That's nice. Okay, I'm going to cross out the rest of the deck because no one can be here because Gordon is alone. Okay. Okay, now let's look at the other people. Okay. Alfred, he was exactly one row north of Ivan. Okay, wait a moment. Wait a moment. Ivan is a zookeeper. He was exactly one row north of Ivan. Okay, well, okay. Well, Alfred is a visitor, so he cannot be in a habitat. Well, that means Ivan cannot be here in these spots because there's no area north of this row where Alfred can be. I'm going to remove Ivan from there and then we'll start thinking again. um okay. So Alfred will be at least here, right? Well, actually there's still a lot of other areas where Ivan can be. For example, here in the shark habitats. Okay, I think we need to identify where Ivan is first and then I think we'll know where Alfred should be. Okay. Wait, Deborah and Carolyn, their rows are um next to each other, right? Because Carolyn is exactly one row north of Deborah, and Deborah is in the main area. They are both visitors. Okay, so the only place left where a visitor can be is in the main area. So, okay, so um, where could that be? Um, by the way, we only have two spots left for Flavia. We can cross this out, the intersection, because no one can be there. Oh wait, no, Flavia is still here. There's still a place for Flavia. Okay, never mind. Let me remove that. There's still one more space here. Okay, so where could they be? Although I kind of wanted to finish the um let's try to look at the zookeepers again. Um Kaden, um she was alone with Mara. So if Mara is here in the shark habitat, she would be either here or here because these are the only two places left. I mean, two other places where another person can be in this same area. So Kaden will be either here or here. If Mara is here, yeah, Mara could also be here. Okay. Okay, well I think we're not getting anything out of the zookeeper. So okay, let's go back to the visitors. Okay. Okay, well actually Ivan cannot be here anymore, right? Because Oliver is already here. Actually, I think we can cross this out. No, 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 I think we shouldn't. Because we the victim can still be anywhere with any of the zookeepers who are alone. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Ivan cannot be here because Oliver is here. Ivan can still be here. Ivan can also still be here. So that means Alfred is exactly one row north of, okay. So she Alfred can be here, either here or here. No, no, not there. Oh wait. He was exactly one row north of Ivan. Wait, Ivan cannot be here because this row, exactly one row above him, is already taken. Alfred cannot be here. Okay, so that means Ivan is here beside the lion. Okay, Ivan is here beside the lion. And Alfred is here, exactly one row north of him. So Mara cannot be here anymore. So Mara is here, right? Either of these two spots actually, because Caden will be occupying exactly this spot left, right? And Mara will be either here or here. Okay, so it will depend where Floor is. Cause there are two spots left for Floor. Actually, we can cross out the rest of this column. Um so it's either here or here, depending where Floor is. I mean Flavia. Why am I calling her Floor? Uh okay. Well, Deborah and Carolyn, their rows are on top of each other. Okay. So I think Deborah and Caroline are on these rows. Yes, because they cannot be here. All of the other rows at the top are occupied. Okay, well, I think Flavia is here then. Flavia is here. Mara is here. And then Caroline, she was exactly one row north of Deborah. So Deborah will occupy this row and Caroline will be here. Perfect. Deborah is in the main area here. Yep. Am I correct? Caroline exactly one row north of. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now where is the spot that's left for the victim? Okay, here with the elephant. Okay, so our killer is Jim in the elephant habitat. Okay, I think we got it. 36 minutes. That's actually good for an expert level. Okay, I'm going to submit it. I'm crossing my fingers. Okay, okay, we got it. We got it. The killer is Jim. So that there you go. That's the zoo. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Bye.